How has this car survived? This is a 1911 Maxwell. So what, 114-year-old? This is a classic American car. And it's in fantastic condition. And to survive what? 2 world wars? It's a bit of a miracle in its own, really, isn't it? This is not the type of car that I usually sell. People who know I'm not that fussed on American cars, but I do love veteran and vintage cars. This car, although not eligible for the London to Brighton run, you can do loads of different runs in this car. Maybe it's not as prestige as the London to Brighton, but you can definitely get involved with the veteran car club with this age of car. So condition speaks for itself as you walk around. You've got to bear in mind this car is an antique. It's 114 years old. It's not a modern car. It doesn't drive like a modern car, doesn't look like a modern car, doesn't start and doesn't stop like a modern car. Because a lot of people who buy these cars have this delusion, and it is a delusion, of driving this down the road thinking this is a fantastic modern car. And it's not a fantastic modern car. It's a 114-year-old. It's an old car with brakes just on the back. We'll have a quick walk around it and then I'll talk you through some of the bits and bobs on it. It's absolutely stunning in that sunlight though, the sun reflecting off the brass. In America they would call this a brass car, and obviously because of all the brass. And it does have a similar look to an early Model T Ford, but I think the looks is about where it ends, because engineering wise it's nothing like a Model T Ford. So, front of the car, first thing you can see is the lovely brass radiator and headlights. These are acetylene generated headlights. The car hasn't got an acetylene generator with it, so that's something that you would have to look into. But to be fair, would you bother lighting the lights up? Would you bother going out in the dark in it? I certainly wouldn't. You'll notice this sticking out the front. That's your starter motor. This car is not fitted with an electric starter motor. Although cars in 1911, some of them did have an electric starter motor, it was a pretty rare thing. Side lamps are oil, as you can see. You've got this beautiful brass windshield, which actually folds down with these gorgeous stairs. Can't imagine how much this stuff would cost today. Paintwork on the vehicle, it's in really good condition. It's really good. There is the odd chip or two, because you've got to realise to get the bonnet open you've got to lift the bonnet off, and it's a pretty tight fit around all these flanges, so you will get little bits of chips here and there, but overall it's in good condition. Wheels and tyres, obviously the wooden wheels, they've probably stood a long time. Would I like to drive 100 miles in it? Probably not, so make your own mind up with that. Same as the tyres, the white wall tyres, there is a few cracks in them, but again, this car's probably just been stood and looked at more than it's been driven, to be fair. Walking around this side again, you've got this lovely horn. Moving into the dashboard, you've got the old trembler coil box there. This car's running on 2 modern coils, which are disguised in the box. You've got your oiling system there. This is a total loss engine. So what that means is, it's a bit like a 2-stroke. Doesn't have a sump. The oil you put in just gets burnt off, or what's left in the cylinders on a night you drain off. So it's a total loss oil system. That operates your oiler, and these glass gauges here are where it drips, and you can actually see that it's oiling. So if it's not dripping in there, you know you've got a problem. As for controls, different to a modern car, but not that much different. On the ground here, you've got your brake, which is actually a foot brake and a hand brake. So the top bit's the hand brake. This is your steering tube. This pedal here is actually an exhaust valve. So what this does, it opens the exhaust up It makes you go faster. So it's basically a de-restrictor valve. This one here is like a conventional car with your throttle. You might notice up the top here, you've got a lever. Those who are familiar with pre-war cars, you know what that is. That's an advanced retard for your ignition. So you want that actually in a retard position when you start the vehicle, because you don't want to be breaking your hands. This lever here is, well, basically it's your gear stick and your clutch all in one. It's sort of if I can describe it in modern terms, a centrifugal variomatic sort of clutch. So basically, as you push your lever in, a band expands or contracts onto a cone, and that gives you the drive. It's 2-speed with a reverse. The upholstery on this car is really nice as well. There are a couple of marks here and there, but again, it's in really good condition. The hood's in good condition. Under the seat, you have a petrol tank and a 12-volt battery, and it's also total loss ignition. So like the oiling system, the ignition system is the same. It's total loss, so it's not getting recharged. When that battery runs out, you clip another battery on, and that's what gets you away. So you've got to remember that if you're out on a run. But a 12-volt car battery like we've got on there, charged up, would last you months, to be fair, because it's only sparking 2 little plugs. It's not turning a starter motor over. We'll move around the back. You've got on the back of the car, obviously you've got the rear lamp. Brakes, the brakes are on the back of the car. Again, you've got to remember this car is basically an antique. It's like you're taking a 114-year-old antique on the road. You've got to treat it like that. First gear, probably do 5-6 mile an hour. Top gear, if you're lucky, 20 mile an hour. This one's fitted with a little toolbox, and also has an area here for a little wicker basket, so you can put your bits and bobs in there. I'd advise putting a gallon can of petrol, because obviously there's no petrol gauge on it. Walking around this side, the same. Wheels and tyres are the same condition this side. You've got this lovely blue and black paintwork, which is really in keeping with the car. I think it looks absolutely stunning. And as for value for money, these cars have never ever been as cheap. This car we've got on the market for less than £20,000. It starts, it stops. Where would you go and get something for 20,000 quid as good as that? I don't know where. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to whip the bonnet off, and we're going to start it. I'll get my mechanic to come out, and we'll show you how easily it starts. So there's 4 clips to hold the bonnet down, and you've got to lift the bonnet off. Yeah. Bit of a faff really, you should only have to do it once. Now we'll take a quick look at the engine. There you have it there, the little twin cylinder water cooled. Magneto's on the top, although it's not running on a magneto, but it does use the points. Little oil tank on there for the oiler, which you have to switch on. It's got a huge flywheel on it. Make sure it's in neutral. Look behind the back wheel. Right. You put the pins in. We'll turn it a little bit at times. Turn the fuel tap on.
Should be on the track on it, make sure.
Retard the ignition. Anybody breaking the wrist. Remember, this engine is stone cold. I'll just show you. Stone cold. Just priming the fuel. So we're just priming some fuel through it now, so it'll suck a bit of fuel through.
Choke off. Turn the ignition on. There. Ignition's on.
have it. So the engine's stone cold there, so obviously it needs to warm up. So we'll give it a bit of throttle. When we get it warm through, I'll let you see it ticking over. Come on, have a look closer. There we have it, ticking over there. Right, got the bonnet back on it. So I was saying about the paintwork on it, you've got to be very, very careful. It's not like a conventional bonnet. So there you have it, the 1911 Maxwell. So if you like this video or any of the videos we do, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook and TikTok. And I'll go out there and I'll find some more interesting cars for you. Bye bye now.